Welcome to Druggy Nation. We're the bridge between everything pharmacy and pop culture. And now, let's check in with your connect and America's favorite pharmacist, Emmanuel Wogirin.
What happened?
Yummy gummy capsules.
Yummy gummy, later on the show.
Yeah.
All right, testing. 1, 2, 3. You already know what it is. I'm coming live from Baltimore, Maryland, aka Crime City. It's America's favorite pharmacist, Emmanuel. And I want to welcome a special guest in the building. I've known her for a little over a year now. We met at work and just clicked because, we both always have an opinion on something.
Yeah.
Hate it or love it. We got no chill, right? All right, welcome Ebonie with an IE.
That's right.
To the program.
What's up? What's up?
Ebonie, say what up.
What's up? It's me. What's up?
Round of applause for Ebonie coming through. Round of applause for Ebonie. You know what it is. So she came through to represent and talk about sex and drugs,
Yeah,
right?
My favorite.
You from Baltimore, right?
Absolutely.
What set you rep, cuz?
West Baltimore, Park
All right.
Heights area.
All
But I
right.
went to county school, so don't trip.
Oh, don't trip?
Yeah, don't
Nobody's tripping, though. We're good. If you're a first-time listener, welcome to the conversation here at Druggy Nation. Now, as a pill popping nation, this is the number one platform to talk about the role drugs play in our society and everyday lives. It's the only pharmacy podcast worth listening to. So we have an open dialogue about a pill popping nation, whether it's prescription or recreational or illegal, and how drug use in America affects all of us, either personally, whether it's individually or family and friends, etc., and within our society. So welcome everybody to episode 4. So today we're going to do something a little different. As you guys know, we usually just focus on one drug each AudioSode, but today we're focusing on one topic and a bunch of different drugs. And that topic is sex. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about... All right, sex is all over our society, from most of Rihanna's songs to movies like 50 Shades of Grey. And with sex, sometimes drugs are involved, right? You see drugs and sex all over the media, right, Ebonie?
Absolutely.
All the time?
That's what sells. That's
Yeah?
what we're going to see.
Sex sells? I never heard that before. What?
Yes, you.
Yeah, it be selling? Sex be selling like that? Oh,
Come
snap.
on.
That's crazy. So for today's topic, let's dive into the culture of using drugs when it comes to having sex. And we can't start a talk about sex and drugs without first going to the most common ones we see out there with ads for Viagra and Cialis. So let's start with the little blue pill made by Pfizer. This helps a lot of guys that suffer from ED. You
What
worked
is
at
Cialis?
Cialis?
Yeah.
You haven't seen a commercial for Cialis?
Cialis.
Cialis,
Sounds
Viagra?
familiar.
Yeah, you've seen the commercials before.
Okay. That's
the
another
guy-
brand.
Guy looking real happy before in the commercial with a lady in a bathtub.
Oh, yeah.
One of those ones.
Yeah. Okay.
So Viagra. So the generic name for Viagra is sildenafil, SILDNAFIL. And I think we all know the famous story of how it was first used to treat blood pressure. You heard that before?
Never.
Really? All right. So sildenafil, which is generic for Viagra, decreases the activity of an enzyme called PDE5, and that lets your blood vessels relax. And when that happens, there's a decrease in the blood pressure to the heart, and that improves how your heart functions. But like you said, Ebonie, you don't know about how it was discovered, right? To treat an erection?
No.
Okay. So, during the clinical trials for Viagra, the researchers were noticing that all these dudes have boners during the study. And they were like, by golly, we've got something. And then the big pharma companies got another erection after seeing that. And they decided to say, fuck your hypertension. Let's get busy with this paper, and decided to help Americans get boners and bust more nuts. So that's what happened with that.
So people that's taking those, they're getting, boners, as you like to say.
Yeah.
And it's also helping their blood pressure, like as of today.
You can use it for blood pressure as well, too. Yeah.
So did they know that when they was doing the study, was it all men? Was there women? Did they see the effects on women?
Yeah,
Horny?
not for the woman. It doesn't affect the woman like that.
That's
Only
weird.
for the men that saw the boners.
Oh.
That was it. They just kept
Okay.
it like, what's going on with this? And they kind of figure it out like, oh, that's what's going on with the blood rushing down there. Anyways, usually you take it as needed when you're going to get busy. So I know in retail pharmacy where I work in, most insurance companies only cover like 6 pills for a 30-day supply. So choose those right moments wisely. You take it at least 30 minutes, but no more than 4 hours before sexual activity. Taking it 1 hour before is the most effective before you have sex. So the commercial that says, if it lasts longer than 4 hours, see a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Yo, one of my friends, he knows somebody in Jamaica he took a Viagra pill because he want to have a threesome, and he popped like 4 Red Bulls. Oh. Yeah, so long story short, instead of busting a nut, his heart busted, and he died.
No.
Yeah, with
like as he was about to...
Yeah, mixing a Viagra pill with the Red Bull. That's what happened. Yeah. So be careful out there with that.
But
don't take it.
Sense though. Like it's
I don't know what he was doing. He's trying to have a really good time. That's what happened. Yeah. So don't take the more than once daily. And a high fat meal can delay how quickly the drug begins to work. So you want to avoid a high fat meal. Try and get busy quick. So Cialis and Levitra are other common drugs used for ED. The only major difference between Cialis and Viagra is that with Cialis, you stay hard over a longer period than Viagra because it lasts up to 18 hours. Viagra is only 4 to 6 hours.
Who needs to have sex more than an hour? Let's be real. Like if your dick is harder than like...
This is a question I want to ask. What's a good time frame for like a good session for sex? Not a quickie.
30 minutes to an hour. Anything more than an hour.
Right? Tripping. Isn't it?
It doesn't make sense.
Exactly. What's a quickie then?
No longer than like 7 minutes.
Okay. I think we agree on those numbers. Those numbers, yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. You heard of Extends?
Yeah. Cheap ass things from the gas station. That should give you a heart attack. And if you really think that you need to take that, you need to go to the gas station, pop one, you're retarded.
Really?
That's silly.
Yeah?
Yeah. From the gas station where you pump your gas, you think that's going to get your dick hard? You're going to buy the same thing?
I mean, whatever commercials, though. You see it like out there, the commercials and the ads and stuff.
That's not safe.
And I mean, claims to help you get a larger penis. I mean, the main ingredient there is testosterone, which is extremely important because for male sex drive.
Okay. It's going to help you get a longer penis?
Yeah, a large penis and for your sex drive, too. That's what it marketed as, but I don't know how well that works, though.
So, like, for a short period of time, it grows and then gets back smaller, so it doesn't have anything to do with how
I think it claims to make it just extend your penis size.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Make it that's what I call it, extends.
I mean, yeah, but I thought it was just to make you last longer.
How is it still even popular? Like, does it really actually work? Like, I don't know
anyone that's
something must be going on with that because they're still in business.
Exactly.
So I don't know.
They're popular. They're everywhere.
All right, now, ladies, it's your turn. Isn't that just like the guy to tell the woman when it's their turn? This patriarchal society. Okay, let's jump into female Viagra. And if you're unfamiliar, it's a prescription medication known as fibrancerin or ADDY, ADDYI. It was originally developed as an antidepressant and was approved by the FDA in 2015 as a treatment for low sexual desire in premenopausal women. Have you heard of ADDY before?
Yeah.
The female Viagra, that's what it marketed as. So it's a daily pill that may boost your sex drive or libido in women with low libido and who find the experience stressful. So if you find having sex stressful, you want to pop one of these. But remember, it was marketed originally as an antidepressant. So it just really just kind of improving your mood, and they're trying to market it as a female libido improver. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fake. That's fake as fuck.
Because it improves your sexual desire, arousal, lubrication, orgasm, satisfaction, and pain. So, like, how does it actually work? It
doesn't. It just makes you feel happy. And women, when we're happy, we don't mind having sex. Okay. It's just that simple.
Yeah, because nobody knows, like, for sure, like, what the mechanism is for how it works. But there's a serotonin in the brain, right? And that inhibits sexual function. Exactly. And ADDY reduces serotonin activity, which that may account for its effectiveness in how you're restoring desire. Yeah, that's why. So ADDY's like, fall back, serotonin, I got this. That's what ADDY does.
I mean, personally, I don't know anyone that has ever done that either. You know, it's so crazy. All these drugs out here, is it a secret? Are people ashamed that they're taking it? Or because I don't know anyone's mother, grandmother, or sister taking this shit. No one.
See, that's what we're trying to do on this podcast, though. Like,
talk about it.
Everybody, may take their pills, in the secrecy of their homes and not be afraid to talk about it in public. But a lot of people are doing these things that everybody's doing the same things, but nobody's talking about it.
We need to talk about it.
People feel like they're by themselves and stuff. But I'm sure a lot of people are taking his ADDYs or what I mentioned before, the extends and stuff like that. They just don't mention to their, close people they're in contact with, their friends and family. So
absolutely. But I know when I get of age and, something happens where my little thing ain't working no more, I pray to God that there's some type of pill that I can take that'll help me. And I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah.
I'll be the spokesperson.
You be spokesperson?
That's amazing. Like, that's the future.
That's true, though. That's true. That's true. So as we all know, guys, and the guys should know, the female sexual response is complex, right?
Absolutely.
So sexual problems may be due to difficulties with arousal, a lack of desire, or both. And many factors can influence sexual desire in women, like stress, right?
Yes.
Relationships.
Yes.
Major life changes like, getting pregnant or menopause and so on, right? It's a big facts, right?
Yeah.
For some women, orgasms can be elusive. That elusive orgasm, guys, and that G-spot. I'm selling G-spot information for a one-time payment of $99.99. As soon as you make that payment, I'll DM you the number and I'll help you guys out, okay? Let y'all know what that G-spot is for your lady friends. So, but what do you think though, Ebonie? Why there's so many male enhancement stuff like Viagra, Cialis, but not really any for women? Is there like a stigma against female sexual dysfunctions? There's many sex toys, right? For both men and women. But do you think companies are missing an opportunity to market more sex-enhancing drugs and products for women?
Yep.
Right?
Well, I just feel as though, like we was just saying earlier, people are ashamed. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I really feel like it's easier and more acceptable for men to talk about their sexual encounters and like it's more freely to do that. Like,
females get just as horny as men, right? Am I right?
Absolutely. But for us to talk about it, we're looked at as like something, oh, she's a hoe, she's a freak. And then if you do have a sexual problem, you want to take care of it, a lot of guys are now open to want to work with you or, help you through your sexual problems, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, you're afraid to like be open when you're about to have sex? But is that with somebody new though, or is that with somebody like you've been together? I feel like if you're a partner for a while, you should be open and talk about what you guys want to do.
But think of it like this.
Yeah.
Say if one time sex was good and then sex gets bad over time. It's not so easy for you to tell that person, like, look, things have changed down there. But that's the problem. We should be able to talk about it. That's why these drugs exist. We just help each other. You know what I'm saying?
But why are companies now marketing more drugs to women then, I guess? Is it like a stigma, like women shouldn't be feeling this way, like the patriarchal society?
They think that women don't have that issue.
Yeah.
Women don't have an issue down there. Men have the issue because they get hard. That's a physical
so you can see it. You can see it, yeah.
But women, they don't have that issue. It's either their shit just dry or it's just, I'm not turning her on. That's it. That's the only two things. So it's either you need to be more of this as a man or it's something wrong with her cooch. It's broke.
Okay. So now sex is like affecting Americans a lot though now, because there was a recent article in the Washington Post talking about the number of U.S. adults, Americans not having sex reached a record high. So about 1 in 4 adults, like 23%, spent last year being celibate. And that was unexpected from the research because a large number from that were men in their 20s. Think about that.
What?
Men in their 20s and not having sex. That's wild. Yeah, right. Like there are many factors to that. Like you living with your parents.
Okay.
Maybe, right? Technology, we got porn freely.
Women are so spoiled nowadays. It's hard to even try to...
What do you mean women are spoiled?
What? Women are so spoiled. I feel like men are just like giving up. Like they want so much.
Oh, gotcha. Like they ask a lot. Women asking a lot.
In this generation, like these young girls, like their whole mindset is so into the social media, so into the clout, that they want a guy that got something. And for the guys that don't, it's like, you get
they give them no play.
They get no play at all. So I feel like,
so
the average Joe living at home with his mom, working at 9 to 5.
So you see all girls look for sugar daddies and stuff?
Pretty much. Like that's pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a factor. Yeah. This lack of jobs you were mentioning, like they on the money, right? I mean, older people and older men in general are getting in. Because the young guys are not finding it hard to get hard. I mean, I don't know. That's interesting. I found that Washington Post. I was like, wow.
Honestly, I think it's because of the drugs.
Because you would think in college, that's like kind of college. I don't know how early 20s they're talking about, but it said 20s in general. That's like college. I'm sure in college you have a lot of sexual encounters.
But they getting fucked up nowadays. You got kids out here in their 20s popping these pills, getting drunk. They getting too fucked up. They can't even perform anymore. I think that's really a part of the problem.
Yeah.
I've dated a guy who actually had the issue like that. And he used to say like, yo, I really think it's because of all that coke I used to do. And like, I used to laugh too, like, ha, ha, ha. And then I got older and I'm like, damn, that's probably what's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably what's really the problem.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
All right, let's talk about alcohol and sex. All right. Let's start with some of the bad effects of alcohol on your physical arousal though. Because alcohol is a depressant and also dehydrates the body and can inhibit sexual arousal and orgasm and sensitivity of the nerve endings, okay? This makes getting an erection more difficult and can cause vaginal dryness or painful sex. Nobody wants that.
Never.
Alcoholism is associated with erectile dysfunction. Get that whiskey dick, right? So, ladies, don't be scared that local drunk bum hits on you when you're going to work.
What?
He ain't gonna be able to get it up for you, okay? You got that whiskey dick, so he's good. You're good money, yo. Just brush him off. Just brush him off. So basically, too much alcohol and your stuff ain't gonna work, fellas. So hashtag whiskey dick. So there's two sides to every story, though. So is there something good or anything good about alcohol? My alcoholics out there like, yeah.
Wow, absolutely.
What do you think about alcohol as an aphrodisiac? You think it is?
Yeah, for me it is. I don't know about everyone else, but it definitely helps me out. I get anxiety, get nervous, especially with somebody new. Take a couple shots.
Okay.
I start to think differently of myself. Like, damn, okay.
Now let's talk about it then. How does alcohol affect our sex lives? So 1 or 2 drinks of alcohol gives more confidence when you're trying to spit some game. Overcoming sexual inhibitions or anxieties, it can lower your inhibitions. It doesn't increase libido though. That's your sex drive. It just lowers your inhibitions. People tend to talk dirtier and with more confidence, so it reduces fear and increases sexual courage. Hashtag liquid courage. Hashtag beer goggles. Remember that Chris Brown and Big Sean song?
Yeah.
She even looked better by the end of my glass. So who gets more pleasure from sex when intoxicated? Women or men, you think? Or is it even?
I think definitely women.
Get more pleasure from having drunk sex?
Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely.
Why you say that?
Like I say, this is all from my experience. A lot of the men that I've had sex with that were drunk cannot last long. Or
But that's no enjoyment for the ladies though, if they ain't lasting long. What do you think about that?
Well, let me look at it like this. My point is, let's say I'm drunk, the guy's not.
Yeah.
I feel like I would get more pleasure out of it because I'll be able to get all of those benefits. And the feeling of you just being drunk, the feeling is just more intensified.
Okay.
So, like you said, you're more sensitive.
Yeah.
So as a woman, I feel like we get more pleasure out of that sensitivity than men.
Okay. Gotcha. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, you're right. If a guy drinks too much alcohol, then, it's not going to be able to perform. But on the other side, that means the lady's not getting any pleasure from it, though. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know who gets more pleasure. I think the guys going to get more pleasure because I think if the guy knows like their limits as far as like how much alcohol they can take. Because females, they have to deal with dehydration and being dry down there, right? And that's painful sex. You know what I mean? Unless they get wet from alcohol, drinking alcohol, and about to have sex, then that's different.
Yeah, but then you have guys that can perform a lot longer, a lot better when they're drunk. So like I said, it depends.
Do you think sober sex is getting out of style, or people just having more sex when they're like on drugs or alcohol? Is sober sex like, are sexual relationships solely based on addictions?
Yeah.
People that have sex only when taking some drugs?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, I can only speak for myself. I can't think of the last time I've had sober sex.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if that's...
Is that due to you having a partner or not having a partner? Or is it just like going out, finding like one-night stands and stuff like that?
No, definitely not one-night stands. More so, I like to smoke a lot of weed.
Okay.
And I don't mind drinking a little bit.
Okay.
And I just find it more pleasurable for myself. So anytime I'm in a situation or a setup where I'm about to, get some, or I make sure I get a little,
I'm going to talk about that too. We'll talk about that, the weed part in sex. All right. Let's do some truth versus rumor. So this is Myths and Reality, Sex Edition. So let's see. What do you think about sex on some different types of drugs? I'm going to mention some. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to ask you a question. And you're going to tell me what you think, how sex would be like on that particular drug. Right? You want to do that?
Okay.
All right. So let's do it. Let's start with weed first. I'm going to say the statement. Weed can make you tired and out of it when it comes to sex. See or no?
See.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so multiple studies have found that many people have higher libidos and better sex while they're stoned, according to a recent meta-analysis in a pharmacological research journal. So research shows that people report having longer orgasms and longer sex overall when they're high. It's not because of any like sex-specific effect, but because everything tends to slow down. So everything is more intense and sensitive down there. And that probably occurs because weed activates the brain's cannabinoid, like CBD receptors, that's associated with sexual pleasure and decreases anxiety, which can make sex less enjoyable, right? If you have anxiety, it's less enjoyable for you. Right. But take that with a grain of salt, though, because research also shows that some people, when they were younger, used to get horny with weed, but as strains have gotten stronger now. It's a lot more stronger strains out there. Instead, they just feel anxious, and ironically, they use sex to calm down, which is interesting. What do you think about that?
Never heard that, but...
Yeah.
I can see that, though.
You can see that? Because of the strains getting stronger of the weed?
Yeah, but I can't see someone being anxious, smoking and then being anxious and then sex actually calming them down from that. I wouldn't.
Being paranoid, though. Give you
But I
anxiety.
feel like, how would you enjoy that?
Yeah.
To calm down. Like, that's not enjoyable.
Good point. I don't know how that works, but those is research. They said some people actually had that happen where they smoked weed, they got anxious, and had sex kind of calm. Maybe it takes your mind off of the weed. You know what I mean? It takes your mind off it.
Most people don't like weed then.
Yes, but weed, basically you get better sex while you're stoned.
Yeah.
That's basically what it comes down to. Yep. What about now? Another one, MDMA. MDMA gives somebody a more romantic feeling than increasing your sexual desire. See or no?
I say no. I have no idea though. Never done that. Just saying.
So this is true because MDMA is a substance found in ecstasy and Molly, right? And it makes people highly affectionate and sentimental.
Oh, yeah. This isn't Molly?
Yeah, that can give you an empathetic, like connected feeling to somebody. So some people have reported being in their own universe and being like really into it with their partner, but not necessarily like feeling intense pleasure. Physically, it's more of an emotional boost. So MDMA is more affection, sentimental, emotional boost. So your surroundings, whether it's like lighting or if you're a freak and have sex outside, it could be the stars or the ambience of the right environment, but you feel closer and more intimate with your partner. Now, the downside of that is that it can make it having an orgasm difficult. So MDMA can make having an orgasm actually difficult. Based on those two, weed and MDMA, what would you rather prefer using first off?
I'm definitely going to say weed. And that's in all cases.
That's in all cases? Weed is number one? There's no alcohol involved, nothing, just weed? That's it?
It could just be weed and it could be one night stand, a friend, a boyfriend.
It's always going to be weed? That's
husband.
The answer?
I just think so, yeah.
Yeah?
I'm not going to sit here and act like I've never done anything. I've done Molly before, but I've never had sex on Molly, so I don't know. But I want to say I did not appreciate that high, so I don't see myself enjoying sex on Molly. And I got sick, so that's disgusting.
Damn, so never Molly again? Never again?
Probably
no more?
No. That was back in my young years.
Okay.
Old now.
Let's go to cocaine, the Escobar, that white powder. So coke can make you have endless sex. See or no?
See.
Yeah? Okay. So one study in the American Journal of Psychiatry and another in Psychopharmacology found that cocaine use actually increases sexual desire. It also tends to make sex last longer and you feel more pleasure. But like MDMA, it makes orgasms difficult. And according to research from Johns Hopkins, cocaine can actually cause erectile dysfunction both immediately afterward and in the long term after chronic use. Like you mentioned before, right? So coke and amphetamines, like the prescription medications, they both activate the dopamine system, which creates a feeling of euphoria, right? But unlike MDMA, it's a narcissistic sort of euphoria. So the opposite of MDMA is like more emotionally induced connection. So that's the thing. It increases sexual desire, but also makes having an orgasm difficult with coke. But your story checks out what you said.
Yep.
All right. So what about amphetamines like Adderall? That increases your sex drive and makes you feel insatiable, which means you're always ready to go. That's C or no?
C, definitely.
All right. So like cocaine, amphetamines also work on a dopamine system, right? And increases the blood flow to the genitals, which increases your desire and sexual risk taking. It can make it easier for some people to orgasm and more difficult for others. Yeah, people can feel like, keep going like the Energizer Bunny and have sex for hours and have pleasure from the experience. But sometimes there's no restful or relaxed feeling after orgasm. You just want to go again.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I can vouch for that too.
So ladies, if your man can't hang all night, you slip some cocaine or amphetamines in his drink or dinner, it'll be all right. You'll go all night. There you go. All right, what about hallucinogens like LSD and magic mushrooms? They make sex feel like something you never felt before. See or no?
See.
Yeah? So a sexual experience on LSD or magic mushrooms or other hallucinogens will become more of a philosophical one. So LSD works on the serotonin system, which is connected to pleasure, which could be why some report enhanced physical sensations. The body is so sensitive to any touch or stimulation. Everything is amplified and you get greater clarity and intensity than you would generally experience. There's also a method called sensate focus. Heard that before? Sensate focus?
Never.
So basically it means like getting high on your feeling. It's a more natural way than using drugs. So sensate focus is like paying careful attention to sex with someone you genuinely appreciate. It takes a lot more time and practice to achieve a level of intimacy and pleasure but committing yourself to regular sessions of slow, like sensual touch and detailed communication with your partner can make you feel emotionally connected. As you might with like MDMA, and you might on weed or LSD. So sensate focus. That's interesting.
Shrooms. Done that. Never had sex. I'm not a fucking. I guess I'm just not like that sexual or something because I've done these drugs, but I never like fucked with them. But shrooms is nice. That's fun. That's a fun experience.
Yeah.
I met in Philly years ago.
You did shrooms? What made you do shrooms?
Well, I was at this little college party. I was out Temple.
Yeah.
Man, those white kids, man. They had some shrooms. I bought like this eighth. Me and my friend split it. I went to some park. It was amazing.
Oh, word?
It was amazing. Like, it's crazy.
How long did it last for you?
I remember us being outside for about 6 hours, but then I went to sleep and I woke up and I wasn't high anymore. But I was asleep for a long time.
Oh, word?
Long time. They said I was snoring, I was asleep. It was crazy.
Do you think that having sex while on drugs increases your sexual level of acceptance? Like, do you feel like that's why you're taking it when you're at the party there? It's like, oh, everybody's doing it. Let me take some too. And like, get into, is that a culture we're in?
Absolutely.
Peer pressure for having sex on drugs kind of culture?
I feel like, I don't think it's the whole having sex on drugs. I think it's the whole like just having sex. And then the people who are these, I don't know what you want to call them, I guess addicts.
Yeah.
They introduce this stuff to other people.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of things come from love. Like people fall in love with a person and they introduce this thing to them. And because they're in love with that person, they do it.
Okay.
And I feel like that's where all this whole relationship, just because of drug thing, all falls in. Like I have a lot of friends who they do drugs together and they've been together for years. And I feel like if you take the drugs out of the picture, there would be nothing. There would be no love anymore.
Oh, interesting. That's the connection. That's your connection. That's how they okay.
Yeah, that's fucked up. But
that's real interesting. That makes sense though. Yeah. People if they take that drugs out of the equation, it's like, oh man, look at each other like, what do we have? Like, oh hi. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
All the women I know who are drug addicts are because of their men. Their men made them that way. I have a friend who's addicted to Molly because her boyfriend sold it. He did it. She fell in love with him. She tried it. Now she's a fucking addict.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's sad, but...
That's reality. That's life right there. Yeah. That's real life. So you say your, like, drug of choice for having sex is weed for anything, really. Yeah. All right. So for both men and women, the most commonly used drug mixed with sex was alcohol. Roughly 60% of both genders said they had drank before sex in the past. Weed was another popular choice, like you said. Slightly more than a third of men and about a quarter of women say they used it before sex. And a third was MDMA or ecstasy. About 15% of men and women took it before sex. Other drugs were like, ketamine, but that's rarely used recreationally in the U.S. Poppers and Viagra. Let's talk about some strange sex. You sent me this stuff about strange sex and drugs and vitamins, which is really interesting to me. I'm like, I never heard of like 90% of the list you sent me before. So I'm going to tell you what some of these are, like what it does, what it looks like. But as always, research what you're buying before putting it in your body.
Please, people,
okay? Because I'm not telling you to go out and buy this. Let's start with your first one you had. You had Max Yummy Cummy capsules. So at first I laughed when I looked at this. I looked this up and I started laughing. I started laughing. It's kind of freaky though, because basically it's a herbal supplement pill. You take one capsule in the morning and one in the evening. You can get it online, everything online, really, at Amazon or other sketchy sites. Pretty much, right? It's for both guys and girls, and it makes the cum or ejaculate have like a semi-sweet and fruity taste to it.
Wow.
Can I get a taste? Like that Tiger song.
That sounds horrible. I feel like it'll like some strange colors and stuff coming out your penis or something. Like it'll be like pink. That's not safe.
But that's crazy. Who came up with this though to make your cum or ejaculate be semi-sweet and fruity?
Wow. Eat vegetables, people. Eat healthy. You don't got to worry about that.
Strawberries. What about hip up cream? Now this one is for women. It helps firm and enhance your booty. Right? Get that booty booming. So it's a massage cream that tightens the tissues of the hip and provides like elasticity and support to get it firm and smooth.
I think it works.
You think it works? Have you seen anybody take it before or try it before?
Never, but I think it works.
Is it like a Botox lift for your booty?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
Wait, pause real quick. Don't you know they got these new suction cups that you're putting on their butts now to make their butts more like plump?
Like plump? Oh, word?
And then they put this suction cup on your butt for like an hour.
Women do a lot for their booty now. What makes women think like I mean, guys want a nice booty, but we need no
It's
big,
not that serious.
Yeah, it's not in that deep.
It's never
in that
serious.
deep, fellas and ladies. I mean, it's not that deep.
Hickeys on your butt to smooth your skin around. Like, what are you doing? That's
y'all women got to go through a lot, man.
I'm not. I don't have a butt, but I'm comfortable with that. Like, I'm not going.
Yeah, like love, like the body you're in. Like,
fuck it.
If it wasn't meant for you to have a big butt, it wasn't meant. Use your other attributes.
It won't be there anymore anyway.
Yeah,
it's gonna be old one day.
It's not exactly gonna be saggy anyways.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, those girls that had those butt implants gonna be old one day with them saggy booties, just walking around with saggy butts.
People are like coming out with like real bad health problems.
Yeah, yep. That's true.
Poor K. Michelle.
You said K. Michelle?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Let's talk about natural curves. Now, this is just a breast enhancement, so nothing too much about this, right? It's self-explanatory, right? For natural curves, right? Wasn't that breast enhancement stuff? Told me about? Yeah.
I know someone who actually uses that.
Oh, yeah?
My cousin, she had a baby. And yeah, she said it works.
It worked for her? It was fine?
She said it worked. I mean, she breastfeeds too. And she said that she just rubs it on there. I guess it's supposed to like lift them back up, but in a natural way. I don't know. But she said it worked.
But it worked for her though? What about horny goat weed? Now, this one I've heard of before, right? It's an herb that was used really back in the day in Chinese culture as a remedy. And now it's used for sex, just as the Chinese intended. So it's commonly used for sexual performance problems like ED and low sexual desire. It's also used for joint pain, arthritis, mental and physical fatigue, memory loss, along with other conditions, right? But it's a limited scientific research to support any of these uses. There is some scientific evidence to the ED claim, though, for erectile dysfunction. So a 2008 lab study found that a compound in the herb actually blocks the effects of an enzyme that restricts the blood flow to the penis. So it basically helps to increase blood flow and improve sexual performance. Okay. So it actually does work for the ED. Yeah. Horny goat weed. Have you had anybody use it before? Horny goat weed before?
Never. Well, no. Name. I used to help this man find that one in the vitamin section. So no. Shelf, if anyone needs to know, it's always on the bottom shelf. It's real. It's a real thing.
What about Libido Max? This one, I didn't know what it was. For women, basically, it helps to enhance your enjoyment. It promotes relaxation and gives you plenty of sensation. I was looking at some reviews for some women's blog sites, and a lot of women like the product, actually, and say it works. It's available online. It's like $40, I think. You take 2 pills a day. So it enhances your enjoyment. So if you have this Libido Max, do you need anything else that I mentioned before? The Addy pill, you think you need that then, I guess, if you have Libido Max? And a lot of women said that it actually worked.
Get that and get some lube. You'll be fine.
What about Dazzle Cream? This one says it increases the woman's orgasm.
I've tried that, people.
The Dazzle Cream?
Yeah. Now, not that brand.
Yeah.
But like that essentially is what it is. I've used for another brand. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I have one for a woman and a man for the same time.
So I know it has like ginseng in it and naturally like stimulates your arousal, right? It draws blood to the nerve endings, right? In your erogenous zones, like the neck, the inner thighs, the lips, the ears, the hands, the butt. Those are all your erogenous zones. And obviously the nipples and the clitoris, right? You apply a few sprays to your nipples, is that what it is? Or clitoris?
Nipples, clitoris, neck, like anywhere you're like sensitive.
Yeah, to get that enhanced pleasure, right? Okay. What about your Love Goddess Elixir by Dragon Herbs? What's that all about? I know it supports female sexual health and pleasure, and it's used by women to like who want to enhance their feminine sexuality, right? Can it support the production of female sexual liquids, right? It contains deer antler, which is a yang herb that is often used with sexual functionality. The package says that it awakens dormant energy and increases sexual sensitivity. Last but not least, let's talk about Sex Dust Moon Juice.
This is a good one.
I looked this up. Does Gwyneth Paltrow like affiliate with this? I saw something with like Sex Dust Moon Juice, and then Gwyneth Paltrow probably takes that before doing like sweaty goat yoga or some shit like that.
I'm sure.
Yeah, put in a smoothie every morning. So it basically reduces fatigue and stress and gives you energy. It's like an aphrodisiac that enhances your mood.
That's crazy. I just like the way it sounds. I want to try it.
Sex Dust Moon Juice?
Did you see the package? The packaging?
No.
It's so pretty.
Yeah. Oh, no, I saw it in the little like container, right? The one that comes. Yeah, it looks it's really good packaging. You're right. Yeah. But I mean, speaking for myself though, not all men, for myself, I got no opinion on, using whatever products. I just feel like you shouldn't have to resort to all these products. Yeah. Like you should know how to get your partner horny and aroused and wet and ready to go. I mean, get some great foreplay in there, some lube sometimes. You Gucci.
Pretty much.
Well, what do you think about that, right? Like, I think that's pretty much what you need, really, to have an enjoyable
when
sex.
you get older, you know.
Oh, when you get older, definitely. Oh, no, when you get older, like, there's no rules. There's no rules. Like, do what you got to do to get it. Like, do what you got to do, homie.
My manager was telling me, she's like, yeah, it's not all cracked up to be to not have a period anymore. And I'm just thinking like, shit, I would give anything to not have a period. She's just like, nah. I don't know, man. Like, guess when you hit
older?
60. Yeah. You hit 60, it's a
wrap.
Hits you differently.
Oh, man. All right. Well, that's it for us for Sex and Drugs Talk. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you guys were entertained and learned a few things. Remember to like and follow my Facebook page. That's Druggy Nation, DRUG-E Nation. The link is in my IG bio. Just search my name and subscribe, please, on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And leave a comment. That'd be great to hear from you guys, some feedback. Listen with your friends and family and see how they react to the products. Also, let me know what you want to hear my guests and I talk about, all right? And we'll make it happen. Yeah. What are some guest shout outs you got for yourself, Ebonie? I know you're going to be starting a podcast soon, but tell me about your social media and stuff.
You can follow me on Instagram at beautyof_a_stoner. That's really my only social media that I really am on daily. Or Snapchat at Lovely Jones. And like you said, I will be starting a podcast soon. So hopefully I'll
get more announcements on that.
Oh, of course. To be able to re-announce the beginning of my future.
Okay, that's what's up. Good luck with that, though. You're going to announce some stuff on like your Instagram and stuff before you actually start the product,
I'm thinking about doing some IGTV. I'm thinking about getting into that first because I can do it on my phone.
Okay.
So I'm going to see how that goes.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck to you. I'll be watching. Thanks. All right. So today's quote is from the great philosopher Rihanna. And it goes like this.
Great philosopher.
Yeah. Sex with me so amazing. Vodka and water and a lemon. And a few other things I cannot mention. That's the quote from Rihanna, the great philosopher Rihanna. Sex and drugs, baby. All right. So shout out to my homegirl, Uche. She's a contributor for the podcast. Shout out to Ebonie for coming through. It's still RIP to Nipsey the Great. The marathon continues. Remember to subscribe on all those platforms I mentioned before so you can get automatic notifications when new episodes drop. And again, thanks for supporting and listening, guys. It's only going to get better. With that, I'm out.